They're only noodles, Michael. Michael, 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 Michael. You're eating maggots, Michael. Michael, Michael. Hi guys, welcome back to Ben's Home Video, where today we're looking at the new release from Warner Brothers, the 4K transfer of The Lost Boys. So I don't know if it's from the original negative. I haven't been able to find that out actually. It doesn't have Dolby Vision, it's just HDR10, and it doesn't have Dolby Atmos, it's just a DTS 5.1. And just before we get into anything, I would just like to say that, as always guys, I will never ask you to like or subscribe, ever. Okay? I'm not like that. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. So it's the box set, which I absolutely love. So I didn't rate this when I actually pre-ordered it, but I'm getting used to it and quite like it now. You've got a poster with the original artwork, then flip it over and what I believe is the Japanese poster for it, which is fucking sick. Yes, so as I said, it doesn't come with the Dolby Vision encode, it's just a HDR10. And for the most part, that's fine. Black levels sometimes are brilliant and nice and deep and inky, and other times they're just, grey is the wrong word, but do you know what I mean, kind of not as deep as they should be for such a dark film. But the HDR10 helps this film a lot because it's such a dark film. It looks fantastic. Again, what I always say is, if your setup is good enough. If you've got a 4K telly but only goes 300 nits, it's going to look crap anyway. So, you know, that ain't their fault. But they could have done a lot better than what they've done. Dolby Vision probably would have helped, but not by much. Yeah, it's quite a soft film in general. So, from every release in the past, it's always been a bit soft because of the darkness. And I feel like they could have done a better job at sharpening, but not artificially, the image up a little bit, because it's still a little bit soft at times. So as I was saying, it isn't too dark if your setup is good enough. That's on you. So I know what you're all thinking. How amazing does their hair look in 4K? It looks good. No, you know, hair looks fine. It doesn't look as good as it could. Close-ups on their face. I feel like I could be way off on this, but I feel like a little bit of DNR has been applied because there is film grain. Then your fine level does look nice, but I feel like a film as dark as that from that era is going to be grainy in general. So I feel like they've maybe scrubbed a little bit, and I feel like on their faces, well, you can see kind of like on Corey Feldman's skin, you can kind of see kind of lumps and bumps and whatnot on other people's faces. I feel like it's just not as good as it could be. I feel like a bit of DNR has been applied. Although it is dark, it has been mastered to 1000 nits or 998, I think it was. So you get good contrast at times. Not always, but there's some moments kind of where half faces are in shadows, there's bathed in light, and that is tasty. I want to say tasty, yeah, fucking tasty. Although I'm saying about the DNR being applied, possibly, the actual clothing textures look quite good. Like leather jackets look nice and kind of worn. You can see like slight damages around the edge and stuff like that. And I feel like that's a nice touch. Not that obviously it's make or break, but it's a nice touch to be able to kind of see that the material looks like what the material should look like. And for the most part, colours look natural. I mean, obviously it's a supernatural film, but like the greens from the plants and stuff like that, they look like a nice realistic green. The kind of towards the latter part of the film, it gets quite red. Obviously, not the most natural color for light, but it it looks great in this, and that's where the contrast kind of comes into play. So yeah, I'm happy with that. But some scenes did look a little washed out. Like I think when he's first entering the comic book store, that wasn't as good as it could be, and neon didn't quite pop off the screen as the way it should, unfortunately. So for the visuals, I'm not overly enamored with it. Is it the best it's ever looked? I'm going to say yes, and by quite a bit, but could it look better? Again, yes, by quite a bit. Talking shit, sorry. But yeah, basically, they've done a good job, they haven't done a great job. Let's see what they've done on the audio. As I said at the very top of this video, it doesn't come with a Dolby Atmos track. It's the DTS 5.1 master audio, which could be wrong on this. I haven't actually looked into it. I apologise, but I think that's the same as the one on the Blu-ray release. Tell me if I'm wrong. And it's fine. It's fine. Audio. Dialogue is clear. It's buried enough in the mix that you have to turn it up a little bit so you get the full ambience from the surrounds, which is immersive enough. You get like the nice bits of music and every so often a little bit of kind of background sounds. But I feel like it's mostly used for ambience. Yeah, could be better. And so my sound system is a Sonos, and apparently there's been an update that does kind of nerf the bass a little bit. But I turn the bass up way more than I ever have to get anything. So I don't know if that's from the film or from my new update. I need to look into that more. But there was hardly any bass in this. But again, could be a me problem. Yeah, so I feel like it probably would have benefited with the Dolby Atmos soundtrack, as you've got some good hype moments in there. I feel like it would have really fully immersed you. As it happens, it doesn't, so we weren't fully immersed. Warner Brothers, shame on you. So overall, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 for the presentation that Warner Brothers have put out. I would have liked it to have been quite a bit better, but I'm happy enough with this, I think. And the set is pretty cool, and the artwork's good on the outer box, that one, and very okay on the steelbook. I am growing to like it a bit more now I'm seeing it in person, but I wasn't happy with either the normal release or the steelbook when I was ordering. So there's a toss up. Yeah, not overly happy, but okay. So my actual personal views on the film is that it is a classic kind of teen film. Obviously, people won't agree. They think it's boring or whatever, but you're going to get that with every film. I think they nailed the kind of cool 80s California vibe, especially with the soundtrack. I mean, top to bottom, it's fantastic. And you've obviously got Tim Capello, his little saxophone. Take it away, Tim. What a guy. But, I mean, even that song's brilliant, obviously. Probably my favourite. Quite Looks is fantastic and moody, but I do like I Still Believe. Yeah, so I actually came to Lost Boys quite late, I suppose. I was about 18, 19 when I saw it, and I fell in love with it. I mean, you got the two Coreys, which I believe is their first time acting together. Yeah, always happy with that. Even though Corey Feldman's got a weird voice in this, like, but even so, we all like Corey Feldman, I think, even though he's a bit nuts now. As an actor in the 80s, faultless. I'm going to give the film 4 out of 5 on the old Ben scale. I think most people agree. Thanks for watching, guys.